Hello everybody, this is Family English with Mr. Kabada. Today I'm going to present a new topic for grade 12 student, which is the fifth part of English questions for your entrance examination. So all the 5 types of questions consists the different parts and components of English language skills. So this is my contact address please, and this is my email address if you want to contact and discuss issues concerning about the questions which I published, and we'll try to communicate through these websites as well as my cell phone number. Yeah, so I think some of my customers have watched my YouTube channel and wrote some comments. Actually that's really a nice and interesting comment you gave me. I replied all the comments that you forward from my customers actually. Yeah, so let me start from the questions please. Here, English for grade 12. The questions are which were not touched for the last 4 types of or 4 parts of questions. So let me start from the first part please here, and I'm going to give you some time to think of or to answer the questions, and finally I'll answer the questions and give some clear clarification of why the answer becomes A, B, C or D. As soon as possible I try to cover all the questions in English. Maybe something which is beyond this, something which is difficult, I try to just use my mother tongue, maybe another language if possible. Yeah, the first question here, one of the most astonishing things is blank style. Yes, she is unique, smart and admirable. So what is the answer for this? Her dance, her dancing, her danced, and she dancing. Yeah, before you are going to answer the question, what is the intent of the question? What is the central idea of the question please? You first read the questions and come to the distractors which really or possibly complete for the question. Yeah, one of the most astonishing things is her dance. Yeah, what's her mean? This is a possessive adjective and dance is a verb. So her plus verb is impossible. If you use this possessive adjective, the word or the head word will be a noun, because this word requires for a kind of nouns which it wants to modify. So this structure is, I think, incorrect. What about her danced? As I told you before, possessive adjective, and here is called a verb or a past participle. There's no need to have such kinds of word structure here. Her dancing, that's what her dancing mean. This is possessive adjective. Dancing is a noun which is derived from the verb dance. So her dancing, which is noun phrase, and this is the correct possessive adjective. It modifies the gerund or the noun dancing. Appropriate structure, appropriate phrase here. She dancing here. Dancing is a noun, but this is subject pronoun. Subject pronoun is always acting as a subject but not modifying for a noun. So this is wrong structure, isn't it? So look here, the question obliges or pushes or encourages you about her dancing style here, isn't it? One of the most astonishing thing is her dancing style. She is unique, smart and admirable. So the answer is her dancing here. The best clue hint that it gives you is her. Okay, that's the way please. Yeah, great. Question number 2, she was not on the right mood or on the right line because of her poor exam result. I wish she blank her goal. There is an implied meaning here for the unknown or the incomplete wish statement. To answer this wish statement, you come back to the meaning of this unknown wish statement. We have to please wish plus simple past if you regret about the present. Okay, 1. Second, wish plus past perfect if you regret about the past, isn't it? We do have, as I told you, we have 2 ways of using which statement, talking about the present, talking about the past here. So the implied meaning is written here, she was not on the right line because of our poor exam result. So regretting the past here, she was not, things that was not good, that was not on the right line because of some problems. So regretting about the past, isn't it? So I wish she achieved her goal, doesn't give for this result, please. Yeah, doesn't give, she was not on the right line because of her poor exam result. Now, and B, she has achieved, which is present perfect. We do not have wish plus present perfect structure, so and also we do not get such kind of implied meaning, so this is not the right phrase. Had achieved, had plus simple present, it doesn't mean that this is not a possession question. Had time, possession. I had books, I had friends, possession, but had achieved means doesn't show possession, so this is the wrong structure. Yes, if you just use as a tense or a time reference, this main verb should be written as the past participle form. So here, had achieved, I wish she had achieved her goal, but I'm afraid, I'm sorry about this, she didn't achieve her goal because she was not on the right line. Alright, she had achieved, which is wish plus past perfect, regretting about the past, which means that she didn't achieve the goal and she was not on the right line, she was on wrong mood. Right, so that is, please. Yeah, so you can just use this clarification if you want to answer such kind of question, please. Great. Yeah, question number 3. She is a novelist. Novelist means an author. What author means? Writer. She writes blank number of novels, short stories and poems. Articles, yeah, determiners, we can say that we have definite articles and indefinite articles. So the first one, the, which is definite, as you understand from the name definite, things which are definite and which are known, you can just use the definite article the. The dog here, the dog barks at him. What tell me here, which is a specific dog and known dog, that has this implied meaning. If we use a or an, which is a dog barks at him, which is not a specific, unknown dog. The same is true for an, unspecific and unknown. One uses of the indefinite article a, or indefinite means things which is not definite, which is not specified, which is not clearly stated, so we can use this indefinite article a or an. Definite article means things which are definite, which are specific, which are known. Definite here. So here she writes a number of novels. A number of novels means a lot of novels, many novels here. Alright, a lot of or many novels she wrote, because she's a novelist as a first. She's a novelist. A number of, if you insert the number of novels means maybe one or two, no more than this one, please. Yeah, there is a difference in meaning the number of and a number of, please. A number of, if you use a number of, multiplicity of something. All right, multiplicity of the nouns, multiplicity of the events, a number of. If you use the, it doesn't show about multiplicity, but rather it shows about a single or an individual number, an individual number actually. So there is not the right definite article here. From this context, a number of novels, right. The other question here, I think all the examiners were disturbed. Look here, I think all the examiners were disturbed by that aggressive invigilator. Please stop. Blank of them was found on the right mood. Any, neither, none, either. Yeah, let's classify here. Any, none, all. You use these words if you talk about something or a person more than two, beginning from 3 until the infinite number. You can use all, any, and none. All, which is positive meaning. Any, whatever in any context, whatever in anything, any person. What about none? which has negative meaning, none. No one or nothing. No one for person, nothing for things. No one has such meaning, please. Totally, which has negative meaning here. Any, whatever, any person, whatever, any kind of thing is any. So we use any for positive, for question, as well as for negative markers. Yeah. Neither, either, and both. We can talk about at least things or persons two, no more than two. Two. The limited number is two, I think. Yeah. If we use both, the two things are positive. I have two sisters, both are married. I have two sisters, neither of them is married. Neither means which is negative, not the one, no the other means. Either means one of the two. One of the two, not both the two at the same time. So these are the implied meaning for this word displayed here. I think here, all the examinees, who are the examinees? A number of examinees, maybe in 100,000, in 10,000 examinees. So we are talking about more than two or multiplicity of students who are taking for the entrance exam, right? So what is the right answer here? Look here, we are disturbed by that aggressive invigilator, which is negative statement here. And this expression gives clues. So the answer is none. None, because of disturbed by the aggressive invigilator. So none of them was found on the right mood. Exactly, yes. Exactly. Why did you decide to answer none? Because of here, we are disturbed by that aggressive invigilator. And none of them, exactly. So that's none actually, yes. That's the logic that explaining about why you use none. Not to use for neither. Fine. The articles that the author published consisted of blank. Ideas on AI or artificial intelligence, comparing from the other articles. Yeah. Faster, further. Fastest, fastest. You know? Faster, further. Fastest, fastest. So actually, the positive word here is far here. This is a positive word. And this is faster, faster. And this is fastest, fastest, yeah. And let's come here. For another comparative form here. Further. And here is fastest, fastest, yeah. This is two forms of the word, the adjective far. If you just use far, further, which is further means distance, distance. What about furthest, which is distance even, yeah. What about here, further? Further means in addition or besides to, which is related with ideas, not physical measurement, alright? Not long distances measurements. Furthest means which is a superlative forms of far. Anyway, these two are the forms of the word far, and its implied meaning is also different here. If you have an additional idea regarding for the first one, you can just use further or furthest. If the kilometer or your home is far from the park or the restaurant, so my home is further than my friend's home. Yes, my home is further than my friend's. My home is the furthest of all my friends. Yeah, my home is the furthest of all my friends, which is furthest in relation with distance here. So what do you think the question here? It's not referring about the physical measurement, the physical characteristics, but it rather infers about ideas, which is furthest, exactly, furthest superlative degree, because one thing, the article that the author writes can compare with the other articles that many authors or a lot of authors writes, okay? A lot of authors or a lot of authors wrote about different articles. So the article he published with the different articles that the authors published, so more than two articles that it compares. So the right word here is furthest, yeah? Furthest, exactly. Why? Question number 6. Jack reorganized the documents. He could easily find when he went, look here, when he went to some for different purpose. Yeah. Look the question here. Why so that, in order that, as well, because. What so that means adverb clause of purpose. So that, in order that, in order to, so as to, in order not to, so as not to, and lest for that. Both these two cases are adverb clause of purpose, but the structure that we use, these types of purpose clause are completely different, isn't it? In this case, the purpose clause should be carried on so that clause, yeah? And in this case, the purpose clause should be modified on in order to, so as to, and to here. And it has three rules whenever you are intended to use so that, in order that, and fulfill that, on condition that. Here, Jack organized the documents. This is simple past, and the that clause should be modal verbs, conditional modal, could, might, should, would. Exactly. Why Jack organized the documents? So that he could easily find when he wanted them for different purposes. Why he organized the documents? He has a purpose, isn't it? He has a purpose why he organized the documents. The purpose is in order to find the documents easily, in order to, so that he could find. He organized the documents so that he could find. So this is called the purpose. Why he organized the documents? So in order that, so that, exactly the right answer, okay? So the exactly, because this is the purpose as I'm explaining now, please, yeah. Let me just write this sentence in the same way with in order to, without changing the different, please. Jack organized the documents in order to find easily, yeah. Jack organized the documents so as to find the documents easily. Jack organized the documents to find the documents easily. The same result with these two, but the structure that we use is, as I told you before, is completely different. That's the logic behind this. Because this is not the reason for the first, as well this is not a conjunction actually, so C and D are not the answer here. Wait, the committee blanked the issues critically at the meeting yesterday. Yes, clear and common question. The committee blanked the issues critically or thoroughly at the meeting yesterday. It's clear question, yeah. What is the time reference here? Yesterday. Yesterday, which is simple past, isn't it? So has discussed, present perfect, past perfect, simple past, and present perfect here. Yeah, so the answer is simple past, simply discussed, because there is a time reference, please. I want to give you warning here. If there is time adverb yesterday, the previous day, last week, ago, before, an hour ago, these are time references which we use for simple past completed action only. We do not use these time references for the past perfect and the present perfect. It's wrong, please. Another one, for, since, already, yet, just. These are time adverbs which basically use for the present perfect, the past perfect, and the present perfect continuous tense. We never use these time references for simple past tense. That's what I want to show here is. So there is a clue here, a hint, which is time reference, that it shows that an action completed within a specific reference, a specific time reference. So discussed is the right word. Exactly. Question number 8. If you speak on the phone hurriedly, fast and quickly, the call blank will end this is going to end. One thing here you understand here is maybe it's conditional type or zero condition and zero condition, because if you speak on the phone hurriedly or quickly, the call ends, not will end. You cannot predict it. You cannot guess it. Something will happen, something may not happen. Is not necessary for in this case, please. There are some exceptional verbs which only use for truths and facts. For instance, here just leaves, lands, and begin, starts, close, opens, ends. They never have future form here. They never totally, yes, they never have future form here. Rather, they complete with simple present planned action, isn't it? If you speak on the phone hurriedly, the call ends. Exactly, yeah? The call ends, exactly, not will end. If you insert will end, there is a possibility that the phone will not end, isn't it? It shows a prediction, but not something happened, which is fact actually, yes? So the answer is the call ends. I told you the fact, the logic behind it. There are some exceptional verbs which only written as simple present. Leaves, lands on, and takes off, closes, open, and starts or begin. These are all true, please. Yeah, here. He always takes a taxi home. I go on foot every day. When is subordinating conjunction referring about when time means. Whereas is also a kind of conjunction, especially referring about opposites or something things which are opposite meaning or opposite idea. Whereas and while actually. Nonetheless is conjunctive adverb, please. Conjunctive adverb, which are joining for contrast views, contrast ideas. And condition that is also a conjunction. Yes. What kind of conjunction? Yes. What kind of conjunction? Conditional conjunction is conditional conjunction on conditions that, all right? Conditional. But what is the idea of the question here? He always takes a taxi home. One event here. I go on foot every day. Yes, another event here. The two events are opposite, so the conjunction here is whereas. Whereas. He always takes a taxi home, whereas I go on foot every day. Yes, whereas. I like singing, whereas my friend likes playing. Yeah? Yes, I like singing, whereas my friend likes playing or playing a piano. The two persons' interest is completely opposite. So whereas is the right answer here. Okay, whereas is the right answer. Question number 10 here. He can't say anything about the value of computer to learn English language skills. He simply comes and sits in front of the whiteboard. Here writes something actually, just there is a kind of expression. The question wants a kind of expression which basically refers about the question here, the total idea of the question. Yeah, he can't say anything about because he doesn't have any idea about the value of computer technology. He comes and sits. So I doubt, what does the teacher say about this guy? I doubt he's from grade 12 because he cannot say anything about things. Nothing about computer technology. Yes, I don't doubt he is in grade. I don't doubt mean. Doubt by itself is negative meaning. So no need to use any negative word formation here because both two negative word formation cannot go together in English. It's wrong actually. It doesn't give meaning here. I don't doubt. What I don't doubt means? No. I'm not sure he is not in grade. I'm not sure. I'm sure he is not in grade 12. I'm not sure he is not. Negative and negative. What I'm not sure means I'm not certain, isn't it? I'm not certain he is in grade 12. Right. I'm not sure he is in grade 12. Right. I'm certain he is from. Yes, of course. You deduce. If you say this, I'm certain he is from grade 12. The teacher cannot say this sentence about the student. So that's wrong, please. Yeah. I doubt he is from grade 12. I doubt he is from grade 12 means he knows nothing about artificial intelligence. He knows nothing about English language. He knows nothing about how the student communicates in English with his teacher. So I doubt he is from grade 12. Is the same meaning with this structure, this sentence here. Fine. We are best friends now. We have known each other. We arrived to school. For us since before. Remember here. For and since they are adverbs of time which we use for the present perfect and the present perfect continuous tense only. As conjunctive, or what's called conjunctions, subordinating conjunction, time as well as reason conjunction. Before, time was called adverb clause of time conjunction here. But the question requires here, we are best friends now. We have known each other since we arrived to school, because we arrived to school is point of time or start of time, not length or duration of time, or not touching for period of time. So the answer is since October, since last week, since Christmas, since 1991, since we arrived to school, since when we were 12 years old. You can, because it touches about point of time, isn't it? Exactly. Which means that beginning from we arrived to school until the time of speaking, we are best friends, isn't it? Great, yeah. Another question here. He has a backup documents. He has a backup documents blank the laptop fails. Backup documents blank the laptop. Yes, in case. What in case means? Maybe the laptop fails, isn't it? Meanwhile, of course, after a certain time, instead means why don't you go Thai hotel instead? Why don't you drink tea instead of drinking white wine? Instead means in place of this one. Instead means in place of this one. Even though, as of course. So in case, maybe in case means if you want this, you can just use this one, please. In case means if you want. Alright, so it has a backup document in case the laptop fails. So the answer is in case. It's a kind of conjunction, please. Yeah. Next question, please. Here, she blanked a decision last week whether she leaves the town or not. Yes, she blanked a decision last week whether she leaves the town or not. Made, makes, do, was made. Actually, we have two exceptional words or verbs, action verbs, make and do. We use do for some kinds of activities, some kinds of exercises. So we can just use do. Do the homework, do the assignment, do the project work, do the houseworks. You can just use do, which needs for a physical activities. Do. What about make? It doesn't need for physical, rather it's more theoretical. All right, more theoretical. So make and do are completely different. Yeah, make an appointment, make your bedroom clean, make a decision, make a program. Make means arrange, do something, allow. So make and do have different meaning, isn't it? So blank a decision last week. Exactly. Yeah, decision last week. So the answer is made. She made a decision last week whether she leaves the town or not. You cannot say she do a decision. Yes, I told you the difference of the meaning of make and do. Make and do. She makes wrong. She was made, which is past passive, but the question is not completed with past passive. So the answer is made because there is time reference here last week. Yeah, exactly. A blank, I scored good mark in English. I wished, which is really the right word, the right verb here. I wished, I scored. No, I wish. Exactly. I wish I scored good mark in English. Yeah, I wish. I hope. Yes, you can say I wished. Okay, you can say I wish. I wish I scored. I do not score good mark. I regret. I'm sorry for this, please, because I do not get good mark. Because regretting for the present. I wish. This is the correct verb. Wish. I will wish. We cannot say this. I'm wishing. We cannot say this, please. It doesn't have such language structure, such form for wish. I wish it doesn't have the wished here, because it doesn't refer about past and the past participle. Nothing actually. That it's not the right structure. Okay. The base meaning here is the main sentence or the main clause here. I scored good mark. So this sentence can be expressed with the verb I wish. Yeah, I wish. I scored. I do not score. I wish I had scored. Regretting the past. So it never changes into another form, except it is written as simple present base form here. Wish only. It doesn't need any suffixes. Wishes, wishing, and wished, and wishing. Impossible here. The other one here is question number 15. She was fed up with it. She was fed up with it. She blank she have been working the same work for ages. Yeah, right. because, reason clause, in spite of, despite, and though, contrast adverbs or adverb clause of contrast. Very clear. If you insert in spite of, despite is possible. If you insert although, despite, and in spite of is possible, but the structure is completely different. Despite and in spite of plus noun phrase, noun. So, also, even though, plus clause or subject plus verb structure, but the idea is the same here. Why she was fed up? Because she had been working the same job for ages. Yeah, there is a reason here. Why she was fed up? Why was she fed up? Because she had been working the same work for ages. So because reason, because since as the right conjunction. Exactly, true, please. Yeah. And next question. Question, yeah. If I had gone to bed late, I belong tired today. Yes, this conditional question. If I had gone to bed late, I belong tired today. Yeah, will be conditional type 1, type 2. It's not a kind of conditional, please. It's not a kind of conditional, please. So C and D are not the answer because the form is not true for conditional 1, 2, and 3. So the answer is would be here. What kind of conditional? Mixed conditional. We have two mixed conditionals here, alright? We have two mixed conditionals here, which is 3 to conditional. 3 to conditional here. 3 to conditional means the third second conditional or the third second combination here. We imagine present action because we depend on the result of or the meaning of the main clause here. Yes, it's carried, the meaning is carried here in the main clause, yeah, which is the present result, the present action, yeah, or situations that are the result of an imaginary or hypothetical situation. Yes, hypothetical, which means that here, if I had gone to bed late means yesterday I went to bed early. It means, yeah, yesterday I went to bed early. So because I went to bed early, I'm not tired today. Look the implied meaning here. And a hypothetical in an imaginary condition and a hypothetical situation here. Alright? Yesterday I went to bed early because, and the result is I'm not, would be tired means I'm not tired today, which is the result is simple present. Yes, ይሄ ምን ማለት ነው? ትናንት በጊዜ መኝታ ክፍሌ በመሄዴ ዛሬ አልደከመኝም ማለት ነው። ማለት ዛሬ አልደከመኝም ማለት third second condition ማለት mixed condition ነው። hypothetical የሆነ event ሲኖር ምን ተጠቀበት አንዱ mixed condition ነው። yes, mixed condition ይሄ ማለት ምንድነው? an imaginary or hypothetical situation ሲኖርና sometimes ይሄንን መጠቀም እንችላለን። ኦኬ፣ ይሄንን መጠቀም እንችላለን። ሚክስድ ኮንዲሽን እንለዋለን። ይሄ ነው ሪዘልቱ አሁን እዚህ ጋር የገለጽበት ምክንያት። Fine. Question number 17. Ethiopia is not blank Nigeria. So population as populace as more population than, so much population as. It's wrong, please. Yeah. ምንም ጥያቄው አሁን በጣም ቀላል የሆነ ጥያቄ ነው። ሶ ፖፑሌሽን አለም ሶ ፕላስ አስ የምንጠቀም ከሆነ ይሄ ቃል አድጀክቲቭ ወይም አድቨርብ መሆን አለበት። እዚህ ጋር ስም ነው። ፖፑሌስ ስትሉ ደግሞ ጀስት አድጀክቲቭ ነው። ፖፑሌስ ማለት አይደለ? አድጀክቲቭ ነው። ስለዚህ አስ ፖፑሌስ አስ ይቻላል። ሶ ፖፑሌስ አስ ይቻላል። Ethiopia is not as populous as Nigeria, which means that Nigeria has more people than ብለን ነው የምናወራ የምንችለው or more population than Ethiopia ነው ማለት ይሄ ማለት። ስለዚህ ትክክለኛ የፖፑሌሽን አድጀክቲቭ ፖፑሌስ ነው። ፖፑሌስ ነው። እዚህ ጋር ማን ልጠቀም እንችላለን? so populace as መጠቀም እንችላለን። Fine, yeah, right. Blank, it needs scientific analysis how it appeared on Earth, comma, it needs scientific analysis how it appeared on Earth. Scientific scientifically, scientifical, scientificationally, scientificationally. Yeah. The kind of question is there are different types of adverbs, especially for viewpoint adverbs in the actual. Yeah. Viewpoint adverbs ማለት there are adverbs which which are important to express someone's opinion in terms of historical, in terms of scientific, in terms of geographic, in terms of biological, in terms of linguistical, in terms of personal. All these are called viewpoint adverbs. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Historical analysis. If you want historically, genetics, biologically, and yes, right, linguistically, you can just use, all right, personally, exactly. So scientifically, which is viewpoint adverbs, scientifically, it needs scientific analysis, how it appeared on earth. Scientifically, viewpoint adverbs, whatever any kind of adverbs they are always modify verbs, adjectives, and another adverbs here. So it needs scientific analysis. Exactly, please. Another question here. She denied the books to the library. The school accused of her. She denied. So what do you understand from the question here? Return it, returning, to return, to returning here. It's a verb pattern question, please. Yeah. If such kind of question will appear, please focus on the verb here. She denied. What's the verb here? She did not deny returning. One option. She denied to return. A and D are not the answer because we don't have such kinds of verb pattern here. Such structure verb pattern. So they are not possible. They are not in a possible condition to complete the question here. She denied returning. Yeah, what she denied returning? She denied to return. We cannot say it like this. She denied to return. It's not true. But she denied returning means she enjoys not returning to the bookshelf that she borrowed from the library and the school accused of her. So the word denied is always followed by gerund or verb ing. It has a meaning if you insert returning here. No need to plan to deny. No need to plan to deny in the future. She denied returning. Already denied returning. Yes, she already denied returning, unable to return the books that she borrowed from the library, isn't it? She denied to return. There is no need to plan. No need to have a plan. Not returning to the book that she borrowed. No, exactly. So denied returning. Yeah. Great. Another question here. He regretted blank his friend's failing. The question is regretted. Regret was regretted. Regretted. Regretted to hurt and hurting. Yeah. No here and no strong structure here. He regretted to hurt his friend's feeling because regretted is verb plus to verb here. If you use regretted as a verb, the next verb or the next structure of the verb is to plus an infinitive verb here. He regretted to hurt his friend is feeling. Regretted to hurt. Okay? Not regretting hurting. We cannot say here. No meaning at all. Regretted to hurt. Yes, regretted to hurt his friend is feeling is absolutely right. Exactly. If I could speak French, I belong the song. Yes. If I could speak French, I belong the song. Would understand conditional type 2. Will understand maybe conditional type 1. Would have understood conditional type 3. Would understood meaningless totally because conditional and simple past here is wrong, please. Yeah, would understand. Actually here in rule of conditionals, if clause cannot be complete with any kind of modal verbs, we cannot use could, might, would, should in the if clause. But this is true for the main clause, isn't it? If you are talking about type 2 or type 2 or improbable condition, but in this case is also possible because we are talking about an hypothetical condition, an imaginary condition, an imaginary situation. That's true for mixed conditional. So we have sometimes used the conditionals in the if clause. Possible, yeah. This kind of conditional is second, third conditional. Second, third conditional means the implied meaning lies on the main clause, which is conditional type 3. If you are talking about the past, because as I told you here, the main is lie down on main clause here, yeah, because this is dependent. It doesn't carry complete meaning, so we do not get any meaning from the if clause here because it's dependent. But whereas here is the main clause, the complete meaning is carried on the main clause here. So second, third conditional. If I could speak French, so I cannot speak French now. Yes, I cannot speak French now, so I didn't understand the song. Yes, at the time being I do not speak French, so I didn't understand the French song, right? I didn't understand French song. So this imply meaning please here. The imply meaning ይሄ ማለት ምንድነው? Second, third conditional ማለት ምንጊዜም conditional ላይ ስናስቡ if ክሎዙ ላይ ዋና ትርጉሙ አይገኝም። ሜን ክሎዙ ላይ ነው ዋና ትርጉሙ ያለው፣ ምክንያቱም በራሱ የቆመ ትርጉም ያለው ሐሳብ ስለሆነ ኢምፕላይ ሚኒንጉ እዚህ ጋር አለ። ይሄ ሰከንድ ሰርድ ማለት ነው። ይሄ ሰከንድ ሰርድ ማለት ምን ማለት ነው? ይሄ ማለት ይሄንን የፍሬንች ሚውዚክ ማዳመጥ አልችልም ነበር፣ ምክንያቱም ፍሬንች መናገር አልችልም ነው አይደለ? አሁን ፍሬንች መናገር አልችልም፣ መናገር ስላልቻልኩኝ ሙዚቃውን ማዳመጥ አልችልም ነበር። ይሄ ማለት ነው። yes ይሄ ማለት ስለዚህ yesterday I heard the French song but I didn't understand. yeah ትናንትና ፍሬንች ሶንግ አዳምጬ ነበር ነገር ግን መረዳት አልችልም፣ ምክንያቱም I don't know how to understand, how to listen, how to speak French language. That is please ይሄ ነው second third conditional ማለት regretting the past or talking about the past ነው, because implied meaning በሜን ክሎዙ ላይ ስላረፈ ነው። ስለዚህ መልሳችን ማን ነው የሚሆነው? would have understood ብለን ነው። ይሄ ሚክስድ ኮንዲሽናል ብለን ነው። ሁለት አይነት ሚክስድ ኮንዲሽናሎች አሉን። third second implied meaning present ነው። second third implied meaning past ነው። ይሄ ሁለት ምሳሌዎች የሚያሳዩት ሚክስድ ኮንዲሽናል ነው የሚያሳያችሁ። friend blank the park from here is 15 kilometers. yes, it's 15 kilometers. yeah, when you answer the question you came the response here 15. what's 15 kilometers here? How fast is it possible? How fast the park is it possible to say? How long is the path from here? What's how long mean? How far? It refers about distance. yeah, how far the path from here is 15 kilometers. so how far, but not how long please. How much it take? time ነው ይሄ የሚፈልገው። ስለዚህ መልሳችሁ ማን ነው የሚሆነው? how far። ይሄ WH question words የምንላቸው ነገሮች ናቸው። እነዚህ ጥያቄዎች ይሄ ኪሎ ሜትር ዲስታንስ ነው የሚፈልገው። how far ብለን ነው የምንጠይቀው please. yeah, we blank design strategies before regretting about our failure. We blank design strategies before regretting about our failure. We would better, the correct structure would better, which we are talking about preferences. yeah, we would rather, not better here. Would rather, had better, superior, prefer, like, dislike, talking about preferences. Isn't it? Talking about preferences, but we don't have such kind of words, such kind of word structure. Would better, no. Would rather son, ይቻላል እንደዚህ would rather out complete meaning ያለው ቃል አይደለም አንጠቀም። we prefer አንጠቀም። we had better design strategy, we had better design strategy before regretting about our form. we had better means which is important to give strong advice. had better means it's better, it's advisable to do something, if not you'll be in problem. yes, so which is important to give strong advice here. or had better is the right answer. had better, which we use for in a particular situation here. We had better design strategy before regretting about an hour. exactly right. I feel happy. yeah, I feel happy. The story is really blank. I feel happy. The story is really blank. Thrilled. The story is really thrilled. Is it possible? What thrilled means? Which is past participle. No, which is really thrills. Wrong structure. Which is really thrilling. What about thrill here? I feel happy. The story is really thrilling, which is the present participle. The present participle, which is used as an adjective. It is the cause of someone's feeling. It infers about the cause of someone's feeling. The story is really thrilling, and I feel happy. Right? And I feel happy, which is present participle, the cause of someone's feeling. So the right answer is thrilling here. It's not past present continuous, please. It's not present continuous, but rather it is continuous present participle used as an adjective. It shows about the cause of someone's feeling. Yes, I'm thrilled. Yeah, I can say that. I'm thrilled, which is past participle, how somebody feels about the story. How I feel about the story, I'm thrilled. The story is really thrilling and I'm thrilled. Exactly, present participle and past participle, yeah. So this is the definition of the use of present participle used as an adjective here. Blanky does vegetable soup without taking a short training on cooks. Yes, Blanky does vegetable soup without taking a short training on cooks. Has made. What has means? Has maybe present perfect. What about here? Which is simple present. So they do not go together here. Has tested. Actually right. Present perfect. And this is past participle. Actually, but that the question is about tested. Testing of the vegetable soup, or has she made the vegetable soup without taking a short training on cooks? Yeah, exactly. So the answer is has she made, which is present perfect question or present perfect yes or no question. Has she made? Have you done? Has she done? Has she written the exam? Has she left the town? Has she helped her mother? Has she left the town? Exactly. Has plus past participle forms of an irregular verb. These two words go together, which is forms of present perfect yes or no questions. Exactly. So the answer is true here. Next question. I will ask the manager, Blanca, meet him at the meeting. Yeah, I will mark that conjunction question here. When, time, reason. Actually, time and reason. During time, exactly. But there are different purposes here. When, time. Yeah, I will ask the manager when I meet him at the meeting. When, it refers about time. I will ask the manager because there's no cause-effect relationship here. I will ask the manager because I meet him. It's wrong, yeah? I'll ask the manager since no, it doesn't show a point of time here. During, which it doesn't follow, it doesn't go with a clause, but rather a noun phrase. I fell asleep during the training. I fell asleep during the training, yeah? I did something during the game. During the training, noun phrase, but not a clause here, even though it is an adverb or it is a conjunction of time, please, yeah? So the answer is when I meet him at the meeting, I will ask him, which is simple future here. Simple future. And the question gives clues that the question requires for a kind of time reference, which is when, yeah? And I'll phone you when I have time, yeah? I'll phone you when I have time, exactly. I'll greet her when she meets here, when she meets me, exactly. So when refers about time. If the fee is, look here, if the fee is blank, I'll continue learning my BA linguistics. If the fee is blank, I'll continue learning my BA, yes, afforded. If the fee is afforded, is it possible? Does it give meaning if you insert for the word afforded? What about affording? Is the fee is affording? No meaning at all, yeah? If the fee is affordable, I'll continue learning. No, is the fee is afford. But this part of speech question, yeah? Part of speech question, afford. Now affordable, which is derived from the word afford, which is a verb. But affordable is an adjective here, which is plus affordable. This unaffordable is a question, what's called an adjective. Adjective used as predicative. Affordable is easy to pay, yes, easy to pay. Affordable. I'll continue learning my in part of speech questions, yeah, part of speech questions. If it's affordable, yeah, affordable. Question number 28. Blank with a fast foods, blank our heads will be. Blank with a fast foods, blank our heads will be. Yeah, the more the safer, the more the safest, the less the safer, the most the safer. Yeah, that's called a kind of question especially focusing on degrees of comparison. Yeah, which are the same form here, which is parallel comparative. Parallel, yeah, parallel means parallel comparative degree. The plus comparative, it shows parallel or parallel structure, and can be complete meaning. Parallel means it shows gradual increase, yeah, gradual increase. Parallel, I can say it. The more the safer, yeah, the more we take fatty foods, the safer our health will be. Both cases are the more and the safer comparative exactly B. The more comparative, the safest superlative wrong. The less comparative, the safer comparative. But here, the less we take fatty foods, the safer our health will be exactly. The more superlative, the safer comparative. So what's the answer here? The less we take fatty foods, the safer our health will be. ልክ ነው። ፋቲ እነዚህ ቅባትነት ያላቸውን ምግቦች ዝቅተኛ ደረጃ መመገብ ጤናችን የተስተካከለ ይሆናል ነው ማለት የተፈለገው ነገር or our health will be safer ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ ሁለቱም ኬዝ parallel comparative እንለዋለን። the plus comparative less ማለት little ከሚለው የመጣ comparative form ነው። less ልንል እንችላለን፣ lesser ልንል እንችላለን። safer ማለት safe ከሚለው adjective ወደ comparative form ስንቀይረው the safer ብለን parallel structure እንለዋለን። ሌሎቹ ሊሆኑ አይችሉም። Great. Question number 39. Congratulations, you'll be one of blank in the campus. Congratulations, you'll be one of blank in the campus. Topmost student, one of topmost is it for one of top student? Yeah, one of the most top student. What's the problem? One of the most top student? Yeah, topmost students. One of the topmost students. Yeah, the problem here is one of topmost students. There is no article here because we are talking about superlative degree, because you compare with students in the campus which needs about superlative degree. Yeah, which has degrees of comparison here, especially for it shows about degrees or intensity of comparison here. The topmost. So topmost, there is no article and the noun doesn't have any suffix s here. The most top, it is vice versa here. Most top, this is high degree. Top means high degree. This one is a normal degrees of comparison. Topmost, we cannot say most top, that's wrong. Topmost students, there is no article there here because of missing of the article. It doesn't complete for the question. One of the top, yes, there is article here because most of the superlative degree takes the article there, top, which is high degree of comparative here. The most, and the noun students can be inferred with students because a student can compare with a lot of students in the campus. So student is right. It must be, there must be a suffix students here. So the answer is one of the topmost students in the campus. Yeah, true. So the answer is D. She's lucky she has blank problems. Yeah, she's lucky she has blank problems. A few problems, a few means a problem, a small number of problem. If she has some problem or a small number of problems, she's not lucky. We cannot say she's lucky because she has some problems. Yeah, she's lucky she has fewer, almost fewer. She hasn't any problem totally. Yeah, she hasn't any problem. She has fewer problems exactly. She has few, which is less number, fewer. Maybe almost negative here. A little, which is uncountable, but problem is countable here. So a little, a few, and few is not the answer. She has lucky she has fewer problems. Fewer means very minute problem, almost no problem she has. Fewer problems, yeah, which is an irregular adjective. Yes, an irregular adjective. He said to me, do you like to drink Coca-Cola? It can be reported in one of the following way. Do you like to drink Coca-Cola? Exactly, yeah. Reporting speech, reporting question, reporting command, and the other, yeah. So we have some more ways or rules of changing direct into indirect speech here. This is called yes or no question. One, if you want to change reported, this reporting question to report statement, one, the pronoun must be changed, the tense can be changed, the time expression can be changed, the adverbs can be changed, the adjectives can be changed. Unless these things can be changed, you cannot report this direct statement to another 30 person. This is the rule of reported speech. Yes. እነዚህ ነገሮች መቀየር አለባቸው። ካልተቀየሩ ያንድ ሰው ቀጥተኛ ንግግር ለሌላ ሰው ሪፖርት ማድረግ አንችልም ነው። ይሄ ጥያቄ do you like to drink Coca-Cola? yes no question ነው አይደል? yes no question ደግሞ ሪፖርት ስታደርጉ አያያዝ ቃላችን ምንድነው የሚሆነው? if and whether መጠቀም አለብን. Instead of using that for direct statement, if or whether is the conjunction for reporting for the direct question to report statement forms, because it shows about yes no question. If you use if or whether as a conjunction. If no use, you cannot report this direct question to report to statement format. That's the rule, please, here. He said to me, the first thing here is, this is a direct statement verb, he said. But the question here is a question. So the reporting verb and the question do not go together. This is wrong, please. So he cannot report by using this reporting verb as it is. He said to me that wrong. Already stop here. No need to read the whole question. ምንም ማንበብ አይጠበቅብኝ ምክንያቱም ሪፖርቲንግ ቨርቡና የተቀመጠለት ሐሳብ አንድ ጋር አይሄድም ካልሄደ ይሄ መስራት አያስፈልገኝም ነው He asked me if I like to drink Coca-Cola. He asked me exactly. Asked went to inquire reporting question verbs ናቸው እነዚህ if conjunction ነው because yes no question ነው እዚህ ጋር you ነው ያለው ወደ I ቀይረዋለሁ simple present ነው question ወደ simple past ቀይረዋለሁ ስለዚህ He asked me if I like to drink Coca-Cola or he asked me whether I like to drink Coca-Cola. It's right. ልክ ነው ጠይቆኛል ኮካ-ኮላ መጠጣት አለመጠጣቴን ጠይቆኛል ነው ያልኩ ያለው መጠጣት አለመጠጣቴን do you like ትጠጣለህ ነው እየጠየቅ yes መጠጣት አለመጠጣቴን ጠይቆኛል reporting verb reporting statement form ይሄ ነው የሚሆነው Next question here tolerated the process by the ministers at the moment Tolerated. The process belonged by the ministers at the moment is run, is being run, is running, is run. The process is object, action, receiver, but not doer, but it is agent. Yes, it's being run. Present, continuous, passive voice is plus, being plus verbal forms of the program here run. At the moment, it shows about an action is happening at the time of speaking. Yes, it's being run. The process is being run by the ministers. There is a by phrase here. It shows about the person who is doing the activities. And there is time adverb moment. It shows about the time of speaking, which it separately focuses on present continuous here. Now, but አንዳንዶቻችሁ is running ልትሉ ትችላላችሁ ምክንያቱም ስለ ፕሮሰሱ ነው የምታወሩት ስለ አድራጊው ሳይሆን ስለ ሂደቱ ነው የምታወሩት ስለ ሂደቱ ደግሞ ፕሮሰሱ እኮ በሚኒስትሮች አሁን እየተካሄደ በመካሄድ ላይ ነው ቶለሬት እየተካሄደ ነው ፕሮሰሱ ነው የምንለው እየተካሄደ ነው ማለት is being run ነው የምንለው alright is being managed ማለት ነው is being run ማለት is running አይደለም የምንለው alright is running አይደለም የምንለው please question number 33 blank the students have got passing mark is unbelievable as adjectives of quantity ነው ጥያቄው quantity in number quantity in amount all of the students have got all of the students have got all of the students have got passing mark is unbelievable all of the students so all cannot use the preposition of here majority of the students we cannot say there is something missed here both of if you are talking about two things you can just use but the students more than two majority of the students have got passing mark it's unbelievable majority plus the preposition or the article of which is true so the answer is majority of what she was died blank malaria died at of which is adjective or verbs plus a kind of preposition fixed preposition ያ ምንላቸው ነገሮች አሉ የትኞቹ adjective ከየትኛቹ fixed preposition ጋር ይሄዳሉ ነው ጥያቄው it was died of ነው ምንለው yes congratulation of died of accused of interested in good at better at fixed preposition ነው ምንላቸው እንደዚህ ስለዚህ died ስንል እቺን preposition ብቻ ነው የሚወስድልኝ ስለዚህ died of malaria ብለን ነው angry with angry about yes fed up with fixed preposition true anyway these 34 questions refer about different English topics which are new and which were not published before this is the first time to present on my YouTube I am trying to give some clear explanation about the contents I think you'll get some hints you'll get some key ideas and which is important to improve your language skills especially for scoring the entrance examination or if you it's helpful to those you want to learn you want to take an examination maybe TOFEL examination entrance examination and the other kinds of examination I think just this all about I hope you write comments and subscribe, like and share my channel. This is Mr. Kabada from Family English Language Improvement Center YouTube. Thank you for the time being, please.